Hey guys, I'm in week 11 of week 14, which is crazy, like crazy. It's October 26th. Last day of class is November 25th. And then Thanksgiving, and then we roll out into finals. So that is crazy to speak those words out of my mouth. I am currently headed to school. There is like a basketball pandemonium kickoff, and one thing that I wanted out of this experience, even though I'm in a graduate program and at the law center, I wanted to still feel like a part of this school and this institution. So whenever I do have time, I do plan to go to the events that, are primarily, with the undergraduate campus. So that's why I'm headed today. If I can make some of the games, I will. So just getting out the house today. I have gotten all of my readings that I wanted to get done for Monday classes and Tuesday classes, so I'm caught up there. And then when I get home tonight, my intent is to go ahead and brief cases for Wednesday and Thursday. But what I already started doing, I put the cases in the notes in my phone, and then I've just been listening to like the summary on YouTube. And by the time I get to read the cases, I already know like what the gist of it is, and then based on where we're at in the topic, like I already kind of can start, assuming what the opinion is going to say based on those things, based on the facts and where we are in the syllabus and the curriculum. So just wanted to give a little update. I do need to start writing, aka doing like more hypotheticals and timing myself and getting all my rule statements situated. So probably tonight, when I have some planning time, I am going to put into my calendar and my schedule those review times. I did start outlining, then I had like abandoned it, but I'm going to like rethink that. So I just wanted to come on here and give you guys an update. Talk to you later. Hey y'all, so I this was just on my mind, so I'm gonna go ahead and record it. I'm gonna just sit the phone down here, but we are in week 12 of 15 weeks for the semester of law school. And for me, for those who are not aware, I am a 1L. And something that came to mind today because a classmate had shared something with me, and it just made me like absolutely tear up. One, a lot of things are just not about us. A lot of things are just not about us. So many people are going through so many things spoken, things unspoken, things that they're trying to process, things that, just hit them upside the head. So a lot of things are just not about us. And I already knew that, but that's just something that came to my mind today. And then something that I am learning to deal with, and I don't think it's a bad thing, but I have to know when to just worry about myself. And I have a friend who used to also tell me this, you need to worry about yourself, you need to do for yourself. You can't do, be, think, act for everybody else. Like, you just can't do that. You won't have any peace, if you do that. And for me, I'm a very social person. I pick up on energies, especially, if you've been spending 12 weeks with somebody, that's 3 months almost. You're gonna begin or come to learn their isms. You're gonna come to learn their temperament, and you're gonna see when something is not quite right, And in school, especially, I think this type of school, or this type of program, this professional program, it's days where I really want to be like, oh my God, I noticed that you're blah, blah, X, Y, and Z, that you didn't make it to class, or, your move was this or your move was that. But I can't do that because, one, time constraints, two, just how much law school has come to be, with just the readings, the writing, just wherever our mind is. A lot of people in my particular section, their parents, their spouses, they are, still working. I'm still working, and they just have a lot on them, and I kind of lost my train of thought, but I think what I want to say is I'm having to like time out on wanting to do that, because at the end of the day, that's just going to add more on my plate, and I know I don't need that for myself. But it kind of sucks because I do like to check on people. I'm not a really like, oh hey, how you doing? They tell me how you doing. It's like superficial person. I'm a hey, I noticed that you don't seem like you yourself. What's up? Let's talk. But that's just not, I don't want to say that's not the time and the place for it. I don't even know what these freaking idiots want to do. Like, they're literally stopping in the middle of the road. Like, who does that? But I want to reach out. I want to do that. I want to check on people, but I just, I can't do it. Even though I can, it'll be at my expense, right? And I certainly shouldn't do that to myself. So I just wanted to come in and talk about that. I want to kind of talk about how I'm prepping for the exams, but I'm still actively working on it. So I probably just will talk about that like at a later date. I'll probably record some stuff over the coming weeks and then post it after the fact. But I would like to get my grades back first. But I feel good about it. There's still like quite a bit of work that I need to put in as far as my review and as far as outlining. But I have a lot of my classmates, they're like fretting and stuff, and I've kind of had to like separate myself from that because I can't bring on any more like of that type of stress. I can't. So for me, I know that if whatever I'm doing or not doing to prepare is keeping me up at night, I'm doing something wrong. That's just how I know I am, right? Just of my experience in life. So I'm not to that exact point yet because I am putting in work, but I have had to kind of like just tune that out with my classmates because I don't want that to fester into me. Everyone prepares differently. Everyone learns differently. Everyone has just a whole completely different way that they're gonna attack these things. And so if you're contemplating law school, and granted, I have not successfully yet passed my first 1L semester, you have to run your own race. And I fully understand now what they mean. You have to run your own race. If you let these other students and stuff like get into your head, it will get into your head. But I already have so many other things going on. I have to allocate my time efficiently. I have to allocate my bandwidth efficiently, and that involves blocking out certain things that I know is going to mess that up, which is kind of contradicting to me wanting to check in on people. But I look at that as two separate things. Because professors will tell you too, be mindful of how you treat people because you're going to see these people again. Like, there's a student, her mom is literally in our Hall of Fame at the school. So, the legal career field I'm learning is a very small field. And I like to be a good person all around. I like to make social deposits because you just never know who you're going to see again and who you're going to need. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, I'm never going to need anybody. I did not get to where I am by myself. I got to where I am with the help of other people and being a good person. Now, did that always get me somewhere? Probably not, but I call them social deposits. I'd rather give those social deposits just in case, not always with the intention that, oh, they're going to help me later. I just want to be a good person. If I can make somebody smile or make somebody feel seen, I'm going to do that because that makes me feel good. But anyway, week 12 of week 15, y'all, that's crazy. I actually just left the gym. I don't want to be fat no more, so I don't want to say fat. I don't want to be fluffy anymore. And they say winter bodies are made in the summer. But until next time. Hey guys. I just came home from dinner. Today has been a cool day. Actually went on a date earlier, which was really nice. I am looking forward to seeing him again. After that, I went to exam prep with my class and my BSA and TAs. And then I went to go eat at a really nice steakhouse. We have closed out week 12, going into week 13. Right now, I do feel unprepared because I failed to outline. I'll be honest, I just failed to outline. Like, I started, then I abandoned it, and then the way that I thought that I was going to pursue my studying and reviewing, I was like, okay, this is like a huge undertaking, because if I go ahead and outline now, that's going to be 10 to 15 hours of like work, which I'm going to do it, but I'm kind of testing out something right now, and I'm not too nervous about what I plan on testing out because I have already talk to like one of my professors and my TAs and my BSA member about how to attack the exam. And you know, it's like it's a game, and like if you know how to play, then you should be fine. So that's why I'm not like overly concerned about how I intend to execute the next few weeks, like the month or less that we have before my first final, because my first final is on the 2nd of December. Today I think it's like November like 9th or whatever, November 8th. So we're gonna see. But right now, tonight, because it's Saturday evening, it's like 7 o'clock, what I would like to do, I would like to go ahead and brief the rest of my cases for torts today, between today and tomorrow. And then I would like to brief and read the rest of my stuff for obligations between today and tomorrow, or tomorrow and Monday, because what I would like to do is just free up the remainder of my time just going to class and just reviewing for the exam. Because for the most, man, I just feel like it's starting to, I just feel like it's starting just now to click, and I'm already like a month out from the end of the semester. So I'm not irritated, because you know, in telling my true feelings to, you know, people who have done it before me, upper class, and they're like, well, that's pretty much it, that's pretty much how it goes. And I had somebody here, 3 he was like, well, I mean, I still don't know what's going on. So he was like, you're trying. I just feel like I should be doing more, but at the same time, and I think I may have mentioned this in the other earlier video, you know, if I post it, I'm not gonna like overly stress myself, because I want to do this the smart way and not the hard way. But you know, I've never done this, and you know, people, we can tell somebody something until we're blue in the mouth, but you know, it takes that person, or me in this case, to actually do it, apply it, what people are telling me. So I just want to kind of just share why I'm feeling. So I'm about to go in here, like I said, I really just want to. And you know what, people on Reddit had said this too. There's like, yeah, they went ahead and like did the rest of their cases. That way, like the last month leading up to it, they can focus. Because what I intend on doing is spending like 1 full week on like, so like this upcoming week is going to be focused on obligations, just like last week was focused on torts. And then the week after that, I'm gonna do like both. So because basically I just want to get myself up to a point where like all of my records are like good and all my notes are good and stuff. But just wanted to come out here and say that. But my neighbor just got home, so I'm about to go back to him.